While Malaysia has strongly and publicly demanded Israel to immediately cease its hostilities and attacks against Palestine, the international community cannot choose to remain silent and oblivious. It is an insult when other countries come out and speak about the right of Israel to self-defense, and not a single word about the Palestinian rights when they are the ones slaughtered and they are the ones who have been occupied for over 50 years. Your Excellencies, Malaysia wishes to make 6 recommendations. Firstly, the OIC needs to urge the United Nations Security Council to rectify its failures and shoulder its responsibility in maintaining peace and security. The OIC needs to pressure the United Nations Security Council to act urgently, enforce its resolutions, and uphold the rule of law. Israel must be made to fully comply with all its obligations as prescribed by the relevant UNSC resolutions, including Resolution 2334 and international law, as well as the Charter of the United Nations. Thus far, many Malaysians, including myself, are disappointed by the UN Security Council's inability to immediately halt Israel's escalation of violence against the Palestinians. To date, the United Nations Security Council has not even issued any single statement on the current situation in Palestine. This is distressing, as the UNSC should never be blocked from exercising its mandate on the situation in Palestine. Secondly, in ensuring the safety of our brothers and sisters in Palestine, the OIC needs to urge the UN to provide international protection for all in the occupied Palestinian territory. However, we cannot simply wait for the UN to act while more are killed. Can't we in the OIC immediately step up to the plate and help the Palestinians in any way possible? We cannot just keep talking. We must show the world that Muslim nations are here to help. Third, the international community, particularly OIC member states, should robustly pursue all legal, political, and economic channels to pressure Israel. On this front, Malaysia has recently worked closely with Indonesia and Brunei to jointly condemn the Israeli attacks. My Prime Minister, along with His Majesty Sultan Hassan Al Bolkiah of Brunei Darussalam and President Joko Widodo of Indonesia, leaders of over 250 million Muslims in Southeast Asia, will jointly call for Israel to immediately stop its aggression across the occupied Palestinian territory. Fourth, OIC member states need to urge civil societies worldwide to continue their struggle to call for accountability and highlight gross violations of international law, including international humanitarian and human rights laws. Their role is vital in shaping public opinion and providing pressure from the bottom up. I have also personally witnessed and praised the efforts of many Malaysians who are relentlessly condemning atrocities against the Palestinian people online. This is to ensure that the oppression of the Palestinian people can be understood throughout our country and region, despite the efforts of some others to label Palestinians as terrorists. Fifth, while addressing the current crisis, the international community must continue to find a lasting solution to the conflict. We must act urgently to address the root cause of the conflict and return to a meaningful peace process to end the Israeli occupation. And sixth and finally, Malaysia stresses the importance of all OIC member states to remain united in supporting the plight of the Palestinians. Without unity, the Muslim Ummah will falter into disarray and belies the very reason for establishing this esteemed organization in the first place.